Hey everybody, and I'm back. What are we doing today? Hopefully we're not picking up destroyed pieces of the factory again. Ugh, I got plans for that. Alright, let's get the notes out. Let's get what's our to-do list today. And it looks like the first thing we have to deal with is getting a Mark II, excuse me, gene editor, which I think we actually make nowadays, right? Yeah, right there. Gene Lab. Nice. Alright, let's head south, do some chores, and then back north to build more glorious factory. So we updated all the mods yesterday, and it went surprisingly well. A few things broke entirely, but I think we got them back together, and they touched every caravan and only a few of them broke, and that's good. But one thing they did is they very generously doubled the amount of food slots on both dinosaurs and space whales. Very generous of them until they go and just empty out all of the storage for all of these things. It's like, I'm reasonably certain this isn't going to starve. So you just go that way. What are you doing? And which one is your destination? Yeah, up north, and that's doing just fine for now. I'm kind of worried about these guys because these guys haven't gotten their extra yet. This is going to be running overtime for a very long time, trying to backfill all of this. Did we run completely dry at the North Depot? Didn't even consider this yesterday. Hey, we did. All these guys slowly dying because some of them took two. This is going to be a while to recover from, I believe. Like that guy's 1/5 of the way through because he hasn't gotten to refuel yet. Ooh, this is kind of bad, isn't it? I need this guy right here. I need you to stop. I've decided I am fine if the North Factory runs completely dry. It will be okay, right? But I need this factory to definitely be working. Anyway, we're just gonna pretend we did something good there, right? It's what we do. We need Gene Lab, which looks like this. You go right there. And you're gonna get like doubled. And so you're going to be going as hard as possible, which means you're going to be stripping out a lot of guts off that line. Which means even more uh, of these meat monitors need to be taken off. More of the muckmoos need to make it into um, everything up north in order to become fetal serum. Because we need fetal serum over here. Yeah, and see we're already dry. Probably because it's moving just slightly faster. We're trying to get more gastrocapacitors in place. Alright, so Mark II gene editor. Overflow valve for fetal serum. Fetal serum is used over here somewhere. Over here. Everything looks so this looks so weird with night vision on. I don't know what processing layer it turned off. That processing layer was doing work in the daytime, and I miss it now. Everything looks so strange. Okay, it's better than not being able to see. How about that? But it's still kind of distressing. Where did I do vat brains? Over here. I know it's vaguely in this area. Alright, you guys. You are eating a lot of fatal serum. And I want you to eat last. So only when this is overflowing do you guys start going. And that's probably fine. Probably. Check that out. Great. Now we have to see if we can somehow finagle more guts onto the fetal serum area. Because we doubled production. Well, no, we put everything to Mark II. and then we prodded it. So the question is, do we need to take one of the prods off? Make it just go a little faster. I think probably, right? Right now we're doing okay. We're backing up a little bit. I kind of don't want to beacon this. I think I'm probably going to, right? Don't try to exactly solve a problem. That is the way of weakness. Instead, attempt to completely obliterate the problem for now and forever. What is that? 16 megawatts? That's acceptable. You're putting out zero point 0.8. Alright, so now you're going faster. It's definitely going to consume everything now. So, yeah, definitely just bleeding it out entirely. So that's good. I think, well, these guys go to Navens. These guys need these guts. Because Navens are important for monolayer. Monolayer, which is backing up after so very long, just trying to increase production. We finally did it. Here, we're going to look at it again, because I'm so happy looking at it. Here, look, 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 look. Here on the sushi belt, we have backed up. It's almost full. It's almost completely full. That's why we have red buildings all the time, without any difficulty whatsoever. This is working, that is working. Alright, so this is about as good as we can do for the moment. And if we want to do gooder, we have to process more critters, which isn't really in the cards right now. Just one last check over here. You are certainly chugging along and we're not backing up, so that means we're making gaser capacitor pretty much full speed. Can I prod you? Oh, I so wish I could. But apparently that's a little too much to ask. Fetal serum is not backing up. It's a bad sign for vat brains. Alright, so we're going to check that off. Now we have to deal with jerky brains. I think I'm going to use that as an insult coming up. All you people are jerky brained. Absolutely, well, no one will get it. It'll make me appear completely deranged, but honestly, there's some upsides in that as well. So, over here, we had a backup in brains at one point. See? Then we had brain line come over, and then here we got jerky brains. No, that's skin. That's brains. Yeah, this is jerky brains. And so we need to get this out of here somehow. And don't we have a de-jerkifier right there? We finally put one in, so this is actually a whole lot easier than I anticipated. Jerky. Just kind of like this, right? And we put the jerky back. And then the jerky will come down here, and the jerky will get biomassed. The jerky exits the system. That is good. Which means we can also... Not this. This is guts. We have no jerky in the brain box. We have jerky here. So I guess we can do something like this. Slowly get rid of that jerky, right? Is this a poor idea? Kind of strikes me as a poor idea. Because then it will go down the brain line, and then it will come up here and then just pass through. It will let nothing touch it. The trouble will pass through it like it is not there. We can finally get rid of all this jerky. But, well, I can do that because they're trained only to take guts. So what I really need is like one, and a slow one, like this. And you're going to be trained to take jerky. And you're just going to take it right over here. Yeah? That seems like a better plan, right? We'll just very, very slowly expel this material from us. And it will just very slowly exit. And there will be no problem. Oh, there's jerky on this line now. Okay. Alright, let me take that back. Let me rephrase what I was saying there. Because it turns out it is not so. Even in a little bit. Alright, so we gotta clean up this, unfortunately. Get the jerky off this line. Pick up all these brains again. Make sure this doesn't... Well, there's a vent down there. Probably wouldn't have clogged. I mean, probably. Probably would have been okay, right? Alright, jerky brains. Done. Off you go. So, next up, check myself for bones. There's more bones. Check myself for nothing right now. Okay, so we're good. We need more fetal serum. It's coming in. Like, this is obviously too much. Maybe it will be enough later when this backs up, which might happen someday. I don't know. Let's take a look at gastrocapac. So I don't like this. I kind of like that. I like this a lot more. So it's like 4 a minute right now. What I really need to see, I have to force a delivery at the end of every episode, because 4 a minute isn't going to fill this guy up. And we just have to make sure enough is entering the system that the whales up north don't completely stop. Alright, I need you to go empty that cargo again. This is a problem. This is a massive problem right here. But, here, let's take a look at our problem one more time. I do not have sufficient AUG food production. Yeah, we're cleaned out again. All that stuff got immediately absorbed by other dinos. Well, hopefully they were well fed enough that they can handle being a little having the cafeteria shut down for a little bit. All right. Anyway, next up, nickel evac, not nickel back, nickel evac. Right over here, right over here, right down here. This has been destroyed twice. This is unacceptable. Oh, catch him. Why are you cycling? Stop. No, you just cycled. I saw that. Or... Okay. Or maybe not. Alright. Okay, never mind. Okay, everyone just hold still. Go deliver. You're doing fine. Go right there. Alright, we're gonna... Here, wait a second. Where are you going? Serious question. Why are you heading south to go here? Here, start again. What are you doing, Mr. Whale? Alright. And then you're heading... Where are you going? You're heading south. Oh, now you... There's like a known path, like a scent trail or something. All the more reason to get this out of here. Alright. Right, so, next up. This will get evac'd. Just evac all of this. Gotta get out of here. Evac, everyone. This place is dangerous. This is gonna be the hard part. It's gonna pick you up. That's respectful, right? Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're taking all this stuff and we're moving it north. I realized we have a solution. Put those back. In that the factory, beloved northern factory right here, has strategically enveloped into its protective shell this nickel deposit. And we do not have to put our people in danger down south, close to the biters, the gibbering hordes, utter barbarians. Instead, we can mine here, peacefully, as we should. And it fits right there, and it's all snuggled in, and we have this space to do something else with. It's beautiful. It is providential. This shows full well that the divine exists, and they are on our side. It is incontrovertible. So like so, and you take some mining drills, and then all I have to do is power this. Oh, we have to put down the beacon, right? Beacons are right next to the thing. You are, of course, turned up 5 and turned up to like 2, right? Yeah, okay. And now turn on. Okay, good. Now we have to bring out that dinosaur. This must be incredibly disturbing for them. They were somewhere and now they're here. Why? And right there, and then I want you to empty cargo. Do that, please. Oh, I see how I have a problem. I have an order of events problem. So all this stuff goes in here, please. And then I have to rush south. Rush at the speed of the wind and caffeine. Pick this up. Rush. Rush north. Again, speed of wind and caffeine. And try to get to the nickel mine. Okay, he emptied his cargo. I should have seen that coming. I did this out of order. This is all my fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where did we put mining drills? Mining drills are a crafted product. So it's in one of these stacks, right? But it's not agricultural, so it shouldn't be this stack. So it really should be this stack, right? Somewhere in here? Ah, drill heads. There we are. Right there. Flow in, friends. Okay, so that leaves the last piece of the puzzle. Here, we'll go down, we'll actually pick it up. It's a valuable piece of equipment. There's no need to just leave it in the field because we're feeling lazy. Oh, where's our whale? Oh, we'll handle this, I guess. There. And now the nickel factory shall never again be destroyed by the rampaging hordes from the outside. Where is my nickel whale now? Nickel, nickel, nickel whale. Right there? That's you? And if I tell you to go here, you'll complain, because it doesn't exist anymore. You get an easier job now. This is a much easier route. Right here. And I want you to fill your cargo. Please go do that. Alright, so that is another chore ticked off. And so when the biters get all snuggly, they won't have a target to focus on anymore. But good. So next on our list, sulfur vent. I knew this was going to happen. And lo, it happened. We don't use sulfur very much. And we produce a lot of waste sulfur and we are full up. So what I need to do is compose a way to get rid of this stuff. Sulfur. How do we get rid of sulfur? And there's this recipe right here. Just add water. Just literally just add water and it goes away in a sulfur factory. Suppose this is like a desulfur factory, right? Oh, and I left a whole bunch of stuff somewhere. It was by the nickel factory. Alright, we'll do that. And we're going to use one of these weird intermediate spaces around here in order to get rid of the sulfur, because it's not going to be a huge facility. It is just a vent facility after all. This place is getting kind of extensive, isn't it? Alright, so down here, right here, my stuff. We got those nickel robots working on the cliff space. Those nickel robots. Grab, 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 rip, rip, rip. Next up, choose a site. Like right here, see if we can stuff it's just a place where nickel goes to vanish forever. Not nickel, but sulfur, excuse me. I think I can slide it in right here, because I'm only going to be using normal caravans. We make sulfur, but not quite in that kind of amazing amounts that requires more. So we have a little room here. How big are you, desulfurizators? Oh, you're small. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can move it down by 1 and it even looks a little better. Now let's put it right here. Yeah. Well, can I do another row? 1, 2, 3. Well, not here, first off. But with a little more space. Just a little more, mind you. That's too close. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's good. Alright, so it still leaves this area mostly intact to be used by something. Okay, good. I want you to take sulfur and get rid of it. This takes how long? A second? Alright, this is the sulfur destroyer. Well, if it only takes a second, this really calls for... Okay, first off, it doesn't really call for this. And it definitely calls for stack inserters in, or else, how else are we going to do this, right? And I suppose it only destroys one sulfur at a time, so that's also a downside. So, like so, right? No, there's no good positioning for this. So I shouldn't try that hard. Okay, so that looks fairly tidy, right? Really don't like how it sticks out. I would rather bend the belt than have the building stick out, you know? Right, that looks better to me. Maybe that's just me being a little bit deranged. No. Then we can do maybe one more? Yeah, one more. And so this will munch 5 sulfur a second. Alright, so it is an in and it's an out. So we just have to connect them both, right? Like that. Then, yeah, it doesn't matter. No, that does matter though. The building's a little low. Alright, so in. Here, let's get a dinosaur. Dinosaur. You are, add an interrupt, dinosaur hungry. that. I don't like how it opens the window. I don't need to look at the interrupt every single time, you know? So you're gonna go get food. So all you have to do is go get sulfur and just from waste sulfur right here. Fill cargo, then add destination right here. Empty cargo. I am. Oh, he wandered out of range. You can't feed them when they wander out of range. There we go. Alright, so he's off. Probably shouldn't have had set the interrupt up to trigger immediately, but I can't really take it back now, can I? There. And in truth, we can't take back anything that we have done in life. We have to live with it all forever. We have to take pump. Can't put it here. Can't put it here. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do we have a source of water around here? Can I just steal some water from over here? Hey, buddy, can I borrow a drink? Yeah. Alright, so you have to underflow. Underflow less than 5. And then come over and come in. Then we have to wait for our sulfur store to get back, right? Usually I want to add a tank in these situations. In fact, I will. To give the underflow valve something to pump against, you know? Because the pipes fill up so quickly. And with liquid entering and leaving the system so fast, it could very well eventually fill up the pipe. So where are you, my friendly dinosaur? Are you hungry? Is that what I'm seeing right here? Yes, hungry. Alright, so he's gonna go get food, and we still have some here, so that's good. Alright, he'll be by in a bit. So, while we're waiting for our dinosaur, let's check off sulfur vent. And then all we have left is aromatics vent, which I have plans for. It's going to be a little more complicated than the other ones. We are researching really quickly, actually. Let's go check on gastrocapacitor, which is super duper important. It's being made. We're out of blood for some reason. We're out of moos? Oh, don't tell me that. Moos are being made. But we actually went through all of our moos. Huh. That suggests a problem somewhere. This suggests a bedding related problem. Maybe food. How's bedding doing? Where? Bedding is doing just fine. So we have a muck move food problem? I don't want to think about this right now. That's going, this is not. Why not? Actually, yes, you are going. Looks like you just finished. Yes. Alright. So that's nothing terrible. But yeah, we're running low on food, huh? I wonder why. To what can I attribute this? Because usually it's potatoes, right? Oh, anyway. Here we go. We are destroying the sulfur. And maybe I will come to regret having such a small sulfur destroyer. Because we're probably producing sulfur at more than 5 a second overall. We have munched through all of these. Alright, so we're just going to leave this for the moment. Eventually we'll get Mark II desulfurators, which will help a lot. This guy's almost done. Then you can do it on another loop, and then more stuff can break loose. Alright, we're just going to pretend this is okay. I was looking at potatoes, right? I was thinking about potatoes. It looks like we do have a line for potatoes. And that's probably the root cause of the moo problem. However, why is this? Why do we not have more potatoes? Certainly looks fine, completely full up on everything. I think the only thing that might be a problem is manure bacteria. But I don't think so. Alright, we're going to pretend everything's fine. Okay? We're just going to close our eyes and engage in some willful ignorance. And just insist to ourselves and the world at large, everything is fine. Not really sure how to handle this situation. I guess I have to come by. See, that guy used an entire stack. Wow, this is just an enormous, enormous void of food. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. When you do not know, you can only move on. So, we do not have an aromatics vent, and we are now making waste aromatics. So we have to go and fix this problem. And luckily, we have a fairly tidy solution for it, right? So where are you aromatics? So you're not quite overflowing yet, but you will. That's the point. You will. And so we're going to do something complicated. Let's start off with this, like one does. We're going to move this all up and down if necessary, as necessary. And what we need now is first a sulfur plant right here. And we don't know where this is going to be aligned. Just do this, right? And you're going to get rid of sulfur. And then we're going to have a sulfur plant. 1, 2, 3, 4 is probably enough. And you're going to make lubricant. Just directly transform overflow aromatics into lubricant. Which is good because we don't have a lubricant maker. And because I'm putting an overflow for the overflow in, this will be treated as primary lubricant, not overflow waste lubricant. How to do this? Let's just drop that right there. So what I'm going to do is this. We're going to put down all these guys. Great. And then what I need to do is put in the appropriate overflow valve right here. I need to get more of these. I need to make a maker for these. I should just do that, right? Stop being lazy. Here, write this on the to-do list. Configurable valve maker. Valve. See there, we added a chore. 95, set constant. Alright, so you're overflowing at 95. This will happen once we get the hot air maker running at full speed. It's not happening quite yet, but it will. Alright, so all this has to be moved down by 1. Pick up, move down. Then the aromatics come in from right here. I see ya. Oh, I learned what this did. The toggle equipment fuel manager thing. It is unimpressive. I do not like it. Ooh. Well, wait a second. That's fine. And so now we need another one of those valves, and I don't have one because I didn't make a maker. Okay. All right. Alright. Alright. I will go get a little pipe. Then we will have a tiny bit of discipline. And we will try not to have this problem in the future, right? Put that right there. And put the steel back, I think. I don't know. Boom. They just collide with me. Alright, now what we need to do is put this down, and you need to overflow again at 95. And then it just gets burnt. Alright, so because we have an outlet, this can be treated as primary lubricant. So we're going to have to make a lubricant bin, which is fine, and then add it into the system, which is something I was going to have to do anyway. Alright, so this can be moved a little closer. You need water, and this entire area right here needs water. So places this is right here, and then it's up and over. So now we have to draw all you guys back in a little bit. Just a little. There you go. Is this good? Oh, it's not quite done. You throw off sulfur. Now we are in sulfur, right there. There we go. We have a overflow lubricant maker, all ready to go, right? Hopefully it's all ready to go. If not, we'll certainly hear about it, right? There will be complaints in the complaint box. There we go. Right, so let's check on what we have done already. A lot of chores this episode. Might not get through hot air. Hot air is a complicated beast. We made a sulfur disposer. We're actually pretty slow on this. Why would you want to efficiency this recipe? So I can get 12 back. Or 11 back with that, but also be slow. Like, why? Alright, it's clearing out, not fast enough. But it'll be fine for the moment, right? Sure. Okay. So we're going to say this works. And now we need a lubricant bin. Doesn't really belong next to diesel or kerosene. So when I make lubricant, it's going to be made from wax. And it's going to be way out here, and I'm going to have to run a line all the way back. And so just make it chief right here, I suppose. We don't have any clean ones to copy, do we? This is alright. Let's just put it right here. Are you a little off? No, you're not. Oh, it's perfect. There you go. And then we will go put the lubricant back there somehow. It's a little inconvenient for what I'm doing, and this is primary lubricant, so it has to be governed as if it was. Oh, I didn't grab any of the electronics. That right there is ultra sloppy of me. And you have to be linked in, of course. Right there. Okay, now you're ready. Alright, so we're going to be aiming for the underside, and we're going to have to govern the lubricant over here. And that shall not be a problem. So, govern the lubricant. Underflow less than 20. There. Alright, off we go. I'm just going to try to go the direct way, I guess. It's always best to try to consume the lines you have rather than trying to zigzag around. Alright, so we have to find a way up now. This, unfortunately, is not so great. Okay, that's good. Almost there, almost there. At least if we get nothing else done today, we can say we've made a product we did not have, even though we did not really intend to do this. And it's a kind of a waste product, a salvage product. Alright, so good. Now we have to alarm this up, of course. And where did we slot this in? It is in second from the bottom, right-hand side at the top. Second from the bottom, right-hand side at the top. Lubricant. Done. Okay, beautiful. So we can now... Here, we should probably test it just a little bit. We'll test that by jerking this down to 80 for a second. Alright, so it flows in. Oh no. Oh, we need a tank here. Definitely need a tank here. It's burning. Don't burn that stuff. That is way too valuable. Yeah. Oh, don't burn that. Don't. Don't do it. Don't break my stuff. You can lap a bot. That's fine. Everyone needs to just throw down on a bot every once in a while. Alright, so this is now not going, and we have a bin of aromatics to very slowly become lubricant. Okay. And then this doesn't look like it's going to jam. Okay. I want to say we can count this as a success. Then we have just a little bit of lubricant in the system. If we look over here, we have a little bit of lubricant in the system. Not that much. Ever so little. Alright. Good. Check that off. Aromatics vent. And now we need to make a configurable valve maker. Alright. I have been very lazy about this for a very, very long time. But we're going to get to it. Man, the chores have taken forever today. But we will go up into the personal equipment making area and we will make some personal equipment. We'll probably have to task an entire dinosaur for this. Blah, blah, blah. It'll be alright. Glad to see this is not out. Terrified to see that is out. It's like just right in here, right? Just slide it anywhere. I don't want to take here, right here. This is a good area for it. So this is, whenever I build personal equipment, I always try to make a dedicated area with dedicated inputs and outputs, because I don't want ever to be waiting for this stuff on a sushi belt, right? Can I just steal simple circuits from right there and not have to import them? I mean, I'm gonna do it. Watch me do it. Watch it. Watch me do it. Stealing simple circuits and boxes. Alright, good. And then you're going to want to... Is it a provider chest? Do I want right here? Buffer chest, I think. Buffer chest, maybe? Stacked to 50, so that's probably enough, right? There we go. Alright, so you need pipe, small parts, and steel. You have steel right there, which I can, again, just steal. But there's Probably no point in doing that. Alright, thinking about this is taking more time than actually doing it. Mr. Dinosaur, add interrupt, dinosaur hungry. Great. I want you to do the following. 1, 1, and 1. Alright, sure. I'm not going to think about this at all. We're doing this sloppy. Pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, no, if we can't do this too sloppy, right? Yeah, let's try it and see what happens. Well, 1, 2, and then the other one is steel plate, which is steel plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then nothing right there. And that's 400 of everything, right? And that's enough for, yeah, well, no. No, we need, yeah, 400 of everything. 400 of everything. Alright, I want you, Mr. Dinosaur, to go to the pipe bin, which is somewhere over in this era. Thought it was somewhere over in this era. But apparently not, question mark? Where do I get the iron pipes from, if not right here? Oh, there's an entire bin right here. Load items until caravan has pipe in quantity 400. Then I want you to go get small parts. Load caravans until caravan has small parts. Quantity 400. Add destination right there. Load items until caravan has steel plate. Quantity 400. Then I want you to come exactly right here, and I want you to empty cargo. Alright. Here I should... There. Go and do it. Then I will have configurable valves, and then I will link those in to the warehouse, and I will put them under logistic requests. Where should that go? Like right here. Configurable valves, always give me that. And then we will put a box in the warehouse as well. Here. Valve. There you go. Perfect, right? Perfect desk. Do I have any okay, that takes care of the configurable valve maker. That takes care of our notes for the day. So, good. We have finally caught up to the current moment. Actually, we're not even done yet. Oh, we have to do something with all of these guys, right? That's probably a bad idea. Yeah, we have to do this. Do I have... Okay, we need those. We need more of you. I think I decided I just want 6 more. Like, moderation isn't really something I do. So we want 6 more personal roll parts, Mark II. And again, I'm going to hand build them. So I think we can just definitively say I have learned nothing. Like, I guess I put the batteries in the other one. Right? And it'll just be kind of a barometer on how the power is going. Did I even pick these things up? I did, and they're hidden in my inventory now. So we want personal generator, which is... Where? Where is this? It's another gray and silver twist of metal. Somewhere in this inventory. Oh, it's right there. All right, so right there, and we need each one of these. I need 30 of these guys. 30 personal roboports. All right, let's do it. Personal roboports. Okay, there's 10. Good start. Go get more batteries. We're going to need a lot more batteries. And we're going to need a lot more small parts. So we can definitely make this work. 100%. You're going to need more of these guys. More simple circuits. That's honestly probably enough. Okay, that's definitely enough now. What else? Steel plate in quantity 20. This is going to be our downfall, isn't it? Especially since we need to pick more. We need batteries. Yeah, we need a lot of batteries. A whole stack of batteries. We're not done after this. I'm aware. Trust me. I'm aware of the tragedy of my current situation. Alright, now intermetallics. This is still not going to be enough. Give me those batteries. Oh look, they're delivering the things. The things I wanted. Again, we have met with overwhelming success. Look at this. Alright, beautiful. Let's not spend undue amount of time celebrating our victory. We must move on to the next victory. Always be looking ahead. Alright, so we need exactly all of these. Amazing work. And then we need construction zone extenders. I don't think I have any of those. Don't think about it. Mech parts, aluminium plate, and it's actually just a bunch of iron. Why is this here? Why would anyone do any of that? And aluminium, which should be here. Alright, so that's 5. We're going to wait until C6. 3, 2, 1. Maybe I really should have built. Alright, there we go. 6. Build me all those guys. Alright, now we need 1, 2 personal generators. And that's... I need small electric poles. I know where I can get small electric poles, sir. I know where those can be found. 1. Now we need intermetallics on top of this. Alright, fine. It's just like the good old days, right? Shopping for items. Great. Alright, so now we have our generators. But terrible news. Terrible news. We also need power for it, which means we have to make... Each one requires essentially 160 canisters. I need 160 canisters times, so we need 500 canisters essentially. And that's probably more than the box I have down there can hold. Canister. So we need like a full 1,000. We have to get rid of all this iron. This is no longer relevant. And we just don't have the any space in our inventory. So again with canister, will this be enough? Oh, we're gonna try. All right, just come on, everybody, give me all of this. I need all of it. Okay. Now while that is ticking down, let's take a look at outlet gas. And you are all stopped up because you're full, you're full, you're full, you're full. We're now waiting on waste sulfur again because we have a vent. And we're just waiting for hot air to be put in place to consume some of this outlet gas. Very little of it though. Because I'm going to be reheating it, obviously. I think one of the things I have to do right here, excuse everybody, excuse everyone, especially me. Box. Then shed. Okay, right there. You get to work. You go right there. You get picked up. And now we're better, right? So we're going to be standing here for a little while, right? As we drink down. Well, can't we help? Just help a little bit? I mean, okay, apparently not. Apparently helping is illegal here. I'm not so impatient, I'm going to speed module this thing. Alright, so now our life gets tricky because we're dealing with enormous amounts of canisters now. It's just almost too much to think about. We're going to be doing a full resupply here so that everything is on the same cadence. Because if some of these things need to be resupplied at different times, I think I would lose my mind. Alright, so good. Did I really overbuild on canisters? I don't know, we'll find that out later, right? Alright, pick that up. And then finally, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're finally taking full advantage of this new space, which has been very graciously supplied by the powers that be. Praise be to Melon. Praise be. I kind of want to move this around, but I don't want to eject everything because it could be better arranged. Alright, I don't care. This is actually a very solid step up. So it looks like I can control 300 robots now. And the problem with that is I have to stack those guys in my inventory. And this is like a problem which is also a solution, you know? This 300 robots is super non-trivial. Like, just as personal bots, like, that's probably too much, even. Like, are we going too far? Are we having fun while going too far? And we have to test this out. Are we all charged up and ready? Yeah, just stole the power from the batteries. Alright, the batteries are just there to give me another indicator as to when I have to go in. That's all the batteries are doing, essentially, for this bar and to fill the space. So I think classic thing we do to test this out is to try to rip up some concrete, right? Because this is what has always taken the most time with anything. Alright, let's watch. Do my will. And just an erasure wave, and it's done. Okay. That's kind of pleasant. And no, put it back. I have changed my mind. Creation wave. Okay. I could get used to this. There are some upsides here. And the downside is I've lost more inventory space. But I really shouldn't have any of this building material in it at any time, at any point. It's like all this should go. All these materials should just not exist. Like, none of these parts should be here. This shouldn't exist, that shouldn't exist. Like, commit to living a life without having my safety circuit board on me. So yeah, we are pretty good, right? Alright, so it's now time to do hot air. And hot air is just going to be a whole lot of these guys. I need even more of these guys. Then we also need biomass power plants, which aren't here for some reason. Why? That's you, right? Oh, you need EVA. I should probably make a point of trying to make that, right? We're gonna need like 4 of you guys. Do I have any EVA on me? No. Yeah, I should make a point of trying to make that up here. The sushi belt hungers, you know? So EVA right over here. So yeah, this is one of the better updates I've ever had of any game, I think. Because not only has it not broken everything, it broke a few things, just so you know it's serious. So you know it's not like just placebo update. It gave me a lot of nice stuff. It's almost as good as the update which stopped energy drink from setting myself on fire. That was also a fun one though, so it's hard to complain. Um, okay, so EVA, get to work. You need 50 each, so I got exactly enough. That was kind of not where I was going with this. Alright, well, I'll be back. We're going to start roughing this out. We also need regenerative heat exchangers. We have to do all sorts of wacky stuff. Give me like half of you. Do we have more? Yeah, we're probably going to need that as well. Alright, so let's try to get through hot air today. It's a real toss-up whether I title this episode Lubricant or Hot Air, but I suppose we've only made incidental lubricant. Oh, and we have to yeah, restore that gate. This is still working. Good. That's going. That probably means something. Plastic is full up. That's great. All this stuff is silent, which means it's either broken or... Oh, it's the rubber. And this is where we're going to try to steal this infrastructure down here. Alright, and before we embark on this quest, let's see if there's any windmills waiting for me. I really should have done this before. There are. There's only 8. We're not going to go get 8. Check again. Actually, what we have to do right now is we have to kick our whales. So how many gastric capacitors you have? Just go deliver them. Just deliver what you got. Here. Here. Just go deliver what you got. I have to try to distribute all this, right? So that hopefully these guys don't run completely out. So it has to be a pulse thing. Anyway, stop thinking. Regenerative heat exchangers. I have never understood this. So you need heat in. So we have to take this coal power plant. I've been hucking around with me. And probably like locate it like right here. There's going to be all sorts of lines. Alright, so it's warm stone, warmer stone, hot, and then you need still another one to make hot air, right? And then it cycles back. Only this doesn't work. Well, no, it does. I wish they were loading them like into each other, you know? So what we have to do is, and then you go in right here, and then you go in. Well, why don't we, like, it would be very easy to do something like this. Shed. You know? And then it's just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then it probably even share with the one on top of it. Alright, that's good. I like this. And then the same thing happens right here. And the exact same thing happens right there. Okay. Alright, so... And they have to be reversed, right? It's something like this. So the hot bricks get out right there. And this is how it flows forward. Okay. And then, you know, and then we do a big V. Oh, excuse me. Big V. And then like this. And that's pretty minimally necessary. Or we could do it like that and just do it on one belt. We should also... should only be doing stacks of 10. All of you. Right? So it will never ever be caught half-handed. But it might. If like one goes and then half goes one way and half goes the other, that might be thinking too hard though. Anyway, so this puts out, this takes in 1000 degree, no, yeah, 1000 degree and outputs 750, and this takes in 750 and outputs the other way. So the gas flows like this, and I think this is finally the correct way to do it. And this outputs the cold gas, which must be renewed. So just hold that thought. And here is our output right here. And we need heat in to run all of this. And you require, oh, only 300 kilowatts? It's kind of nothing. Is there higher versions of this? Regenerative. No, there's no marks. So yes, you are definitely a speed sort of contraption, but not immediately. All right, so all this is good, and this outputs product, but we're not done yet because we need to put down a regenerative heat exchanger, right? Because we have this cold gas, and now we want to heat that gas back up. So we want to use this recipe. Oh, we have to go make molten salt. Hot molten salt. No, just molten salt. Not. 300 salt makes 100 molten salt in an oxygen furnace, unfortunately. Alright, so we gotta have to go get that. That's a requisite for this. And probably is gonna be a requisite for many places in the factory. So I have to find a place to just throw in a molten salt maker. Where do we have some wasteland? Like, we don't need much. But we also need to bring in, here, oxygen furnace. Need one of you, and you can burn the briquettes, or you can burn the good stuff. So where do I have the good stuff just around? Because I'd rather just piggyback off of existing infrastructure. This is a bad way of thinking. Where have I used oxygen furnaces? That has been used for slaked lime. So here we have the briquettes coming in. And this is all kind of used. And that's kind of used, so that's unfortunate. Do I use oxygen furnaces anywhere else? Suppose I could just, you know, kind of suck it up. And just accept there's going to be no really nifty way to slot this in anywhere. Because we don't need much molten salt. It gets consumed and it goes away. It's a specialty item. It doesn't need a tank. I would say it would go in a utility area somewhere. Or snuggle it next to this somehow. Another big mine enveloped by the factory. But I think I need to stop thinking about this. I think this is going on too long. Alright, let's go get some dinosaurs and let's just make this happen. We're gonna need 2 dinosaurs, unfortunately. What we need what we need right now, more dinosaurs. Right there. Like 2 for you. So we're gonna come over here. I suppose I could use the interrupt system. Like to make one dinosaur that's on a salt delivery paper route. And it uses interrupts. The interrupt is... Here, let's look. What I'd want is an interrupt to be... new. At specified outpost, not at special... Oh. Does that work like that? Not at specified outpost. And it's not specified. And that's that. So I can say, huh. So, okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try this. Right here, right here. And then right here is going to be briquettes. And we're going to turn, no. Right here is going to be briquettes. All right, so we are going to rejigger this dinosaur down here. The one that is delivering briquettes to the slaked lime. All right, so you are going to be reworked. Can I delete these? Trash that. Trash that. I don't know what's going on. Charcoal briquette. How do you spell that? Briquette. 2 T's. Oh, I did spell it right. Circuit. No. A for route. Charcoal briquette route. All right, so the conditions are as such. Not at specified outpost. At specified outpost, this outpost right here. At this outpost, there is target item count. Target item count is briquette. Briquette is less than 100. When this interrupt happens, well, I want to do a specific action then. The action I want is to be delivered to this. So we have, when this goes low, I want to say deliver here. So maybe I need another condition. So when this caravan alpha is full there, and then I want you to unload items. Briquette. All right. So this is fine. No, I want no, this is a problem. I want empty cargo. So this can be done, but this is going to be very difficult to organize, right? So right now I have this interrupt set up that at this outpost, when it falls below 100 briquettes, go to this outpost and empty the cargo. But what I don't want is add interrupt and have this be just amazingly long. Like, because what I'll have to do is make an interrupt, like turn this into an interrupt. Because what I'd really like is for this guy, instead of standing around all day, to be delivering to all the places that need charcoal briquettes. And I'll put an interrupt to go fill up on charcoal briquettes, and then he would be just cycling, I guess, but I only want him to move when one of them doesn't have something, and then only to go to that place. I'm going to have to think about this, but I'm pretty sure like this is not how to do it. Yeah, I definitely have to think about this. Like I want to like write a little program essentially. I want a program that says when any of these named caravans hit a condition, that you go and you perform an action there, and that action there would be to give briquettes, and so it could manage all of that. And when there's nothing to do, you sit there and you don't burn food. But I don't see a way to make that happen with these tools in front of me. I guess this means I'm definitely not going to get through hot air today. I'm thinking way too hard. Right? So I want to say at this interrupt, go to this step, essentially. At specified outpost, not at specified outpost. I have to play with this. This is probably a very powerful system. I'm just not appreciating, right? And it looks like it's difficult to use this. Like if you put in two and you only specify as the top one, and then you start working at this, you can't add anything over here anymore. Or else maybe that's why it's all okay. This is all right. We gotta stop. I'm going to work with this later, not now. But my thinking brain is working, and that's always a problem. Okay, this is kind of stuck in my head, isn't it? So add an interrupt for his test. And so we can have just one action, and that is wait. He just waits for the end of the universe, the heat death of the entire factory. And then we just run on interrupts, right? There's an interrupt for deliver here and an interrupt to deliver there, and the interrupt that interrupts was go get more cargo and go get food. But the problem for this is here. So okay, come here. Come back here, please. Why are we doubled? Why is this doubled? It's not right. Right. Anyway, what I was trying to say is come back here. Come back here, Mr. Dinosaur. Add destination here, and this here you wait. You wait forever. And so this just gets interrupted. Hopefully he won't walk back here to wait. Add destination can't be the same caravan? Maybe it should be like at the center of the factory or something. I don't know. And then you just wait. And then interrupt will be over here, and that will be at this outpost right here. Target item count of briquette is less than 100, right? Great. I can add multiple conditions. No, these have to do, well, wait a second here. Is this what I'm looking at? At at here, right here, target item count. Does this actually work? Briquette less than 100. Right. And does that actually form a coherent thing? And then caravan outpost, target item count, less than that. Then the targets are to that caravan outpost. Unload items until unload items until target has. No, we want just yeah, unload items until Briquette has 3,000, right? So it comes here. When it's under 100, it interrupts right there. It goes right there. But the problem is this is fill molten salt briquettes. All right, so this works. This is a named interrupt right here. Now the problem that I'm going to run into is that here. Now get rid of that and then add an interrupt. And then we're just going to have this enormous list of interrupts. And they don't search, right? Molten, yeah, it doesn't filter automatically. So there would be one interrupt for every caravan outpost out there. Whereas if I would not do that, just not, then all of this detail will be shoved up in here. So it's a question of, do I want the caravans being efficient and then having a whole lot of interrupts in the system, or do I want to have a whole bunch of interrupts and try to juggle those? I think we're obliged to try this, right? Because you'll right, there's an interrupt right here, and we just have to monitor this guy, and then we need another interrupt, and that's dinosaur hungry, of course. And then add interrupt right there. And dinosaur hungry is allow interrupting other interrupts. Okay. And then we need another interrupt that says dinosaur needs more briquettes. Dinosaur out of briquettes, and then it goes to get that. And that's so very complicated. Like, I don't know if I like this. Because mostly of this list needs to, well, I don't even know. Like, I don't even think that's enough. Like, what we need right here is molten salt scheme right here, and then have everything, just everything involving what briquette paper route essentially, and then be able to come here and then fill out everything about the briquette paper route for every caravan, right? For every caravan outpost is what I'm trying to say. And then it will be very compact and not every stop being in the interrupt list, but every interrupt schema be in the interrupt list. That's just basically a UI thing, right? So we have to take all of this right here, and then we have to put it as just one, and then have a list of these, and then open them up one by one. And then whenever I have to add a new station to get more briquettes, I then add to that schema instead of adding another interrupt for the interrupt list. That would be a whole lot tidier, and this list needs a search like this. fact it doesn't actively filter is a problem. Alright, this is a good first step. There's a lot that can be done here, though. I'm not going to do it like this. I'm going to stick with what I know. This right here is just going to get trashed. The interrupt is dinosaur hungry, and what I want you to do is go get briquettes. Alright, we're going to move forward off this. This was a very long digression. It's something which honestly did not matter very much. Where do I put briquettes? Oh, this is going to get worse and worse, isn't it? Right there. And right here, and I want you to fill cargo, and then right here, I want you to empty cargo. And then you are out of range, because you just wander around. Go and do that. Go. Alright, and so we need salt as well. So, whale. Add interrupt, whale hungry. Go. I wish it didn't open automatically. I only want to edit it sometimes. Right? I want to add it, not edit it. But editing it would save a click if I was doing it the other way. No, it wouldn't. It should never open automatically, but then we'd need two buttons. Here's another way to do it. Can I double click on it and make it work? No. We need another button here. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Salt is on the earth lot stack right here. Was it? Was it? Or is salt just a material that we just get in? Alright, so fill cargo, add destination right here, then empty cargo. Right? I feel like this is like level 1 usage for this. I can't take it out. It's stuck there. Alright. I feel like I'm doing very, very basic interaction with the system. I understand how CyberSign would have to work. Just handle the interrupts for you. So you never have to go see that list. And then with programmatically generated names, you could just reach for it. It would be right there. I could see that would work really well. But we don't have that for this. Frankly, I'm not sure I'd want it. Alright, so we're going to do 2. 2 is probably too much. We're going to put in 2. This has been a day of not a huge amount of forward progress. We've done some stuff, certainly. I need to come right here. No. I need to find out where I was. I need help. I need so much help. We don't need many of these. That's what I keep trying to get across. Here we go. And then bang, bang. Okay, I picked up a whale. Suddenly I have a whale. Alright, like so. Alright, I believe. Everyone believes. I guess not. Not that much, though. Where's the whale with the salt? Alright. Empty that cargo now. Alright, so we have the briquettes. We have this. No, I am not completely unaware of how this is going. I do have a vague sort of plan here. Take a lap, please. Why is it not whale hungry? Oh, less than 2. Because I didn't set it up like that. Okay, like that, like that, like that. Now you just make molten salt. Molten salt is just a specialty chemical. Just gets dumped in right here. Give me my vessels. then provider. Give me the big P. Stitch it across, stitch it down. Try to have pity on myself. Alright. So we have done yet another thing. What to say about this, I do not know. Alright, so it's going to burn the briquettes, it's going to burn it clean. Looks like we need a lot more here. I mean, it doesn't actually matter because it takes so long to do so little. Alright, and this has to charge up. Here, maybe we're doing this a little wrong right here. Maybe this is what we're looking for. Okay, I almost believe in this. We almost have a factory going here. Alright, okay, good. Hot molten salt being made. That's going to be needed for hot air down here. So once again, we have to pull ourselves back on track. We are 100% on the struggle bus, trying to adapt to our changing environment. Not coping well. Not coping well at all. Okay, so why did we do that? What's going on? Does anyone know? We needed to get the molten salt in the system. We need molten salt to appear in order to make hot air work. Okay, so we'll set that up. And I expect this to be quite a while before it arrives. Requester tank. And you are requesting molten salt. Thank you. Obviously you get the mostest all the timest. I even think this is too much. I think we just need this. No, stick with the pattern. No, it's just a waste. The problem is it's a waste. And we need to let it into the system very gently. That's where we need this. Underflow less than 5. Alright, so that's how this gets in. And then we'll always have the buffer because it circulates, you know? So, alright. So the hot molten salt circulates, and hopefully, even if there is slow attrition in the system, the active connection to the network will keep it topped up, and that'll avoid some of the problems we're having down south. How are we doing here? Still making? No, we're not making this. We're out of. Why are we out of moves? Why are we out of? All right. All right. It looks like we're doing just fine in potato land. Tufra. We are just at the extent of potato consumption. We can consume. We are consuming every potato we produce. Yeah, the manure bacteria, which isn't in a tank right there, which is bad. That guy's coming back. Alright. So this is something I have to look at, right? More potatoes. When this starts backing up, that's when I can start relaxing. But don't think about that. Think happy thoughts. Alright, so this right here, all these happy boys, 33 gas a second. We're talking about gas processing right now. And this right here, a Mark II, and we can make better ones of these. And they can be speed moduled. These can too, I suppose. But these will never get any fast. Well, the base will never get any faster, where the base here will get faster. I suppose I just don't care about that, right? Anyway, it produces 100 gas. That's enough to handle 3 of you. That is a very awkward number, right? Because I can do this, and this now meets the needs of both of you and a little bit more. What if I just speed module you casually? You just consume electricity, right? Yeah. Alright, so now you can do 4. That's right. So we can do this, just like something like this, just for an example. And that will do all of this. Just this one. And we don't have to worry about, well, or, we do something like this. Is this smart? I mean, it looks like it might be smart. How about that? Here, get rid of all these things. I hate them. Alright, this looks like it may be a good idea. And this right here can provide enough hot gas to reheat all the hot gas that it needs. And then a little bit will be coming in from the outside anyway, because the gas gets destroyed. Alright, so that's okay. Why does it look like half of this isn't hooked up? Why does this look so dumb? Alright, just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Then right here, I actually think this looks very tidy. It needs to be gone over again, but I think we're on the right path. Then this needs 69 hot molten salt a second. So 70 hot molten salt. Where are you, biomass power plant? Tell me about yourself. You make hot molten salt. You need to bring in crud and the molten salt, of course, and the fuel, which is briquettes. Why would I not burn briquettes here? Yeah. Oh, and I need a bunch of oh no. I have to go get a whole bunch of efficiency stuff. Anyway, definitely gonna be briquettes, and that's it for fuel. Like maybe I even bring in fuel and briquettes. No, that's silly. That's just silly. So you make 40 a second. So this makes 80 a second. You need, all right, that's enough for you. So Mr. Heat goes somewhere else. So this is kind of a complete system right here for making hot air. So, okay, I'm beginning to see how this can be laid out. So what I can do is copy this. Then, oh, not enough. Can I put 4 in a row? No, not even close. All right, so they have to be in a block. Well, oh, I can do it in a row this way because of the windmill is no longer taking up space. So like you, and I have to go get more. And like this is obviously the wrong depth, but you're starting to see what I'm trying to do here, right? We're beginning to have the basics of communication. All right, so that goes in right there. And then we'll have 2 of these. And then a Koopy. Probably line it up, right? Yeah, this is a really good idea. Here, cut. Right there. Man, my phone is blowing up. So we'll do something like this, then something like this. Like we should be able to set this up, right? Because they're flipped. All right, so, and then we have to put in the last thing, which is the heat, which should honestly be like right here. That fits nicely too. And then we have logistics space. Only we probably have to move that around because we need to bring in... Well, no, we can use 2 small ones. So biocrud and briquettes. And that's it, right? This is a pretty good layout, I think. I mean, provided that it works. So we'll be making 160 hot molten salt a second. And each of these guys... 160? We only need 3 then, huh? We only need 3. Right? 120. No, we do need 4. You don't have the speed module. That's why you're showing only 50. Alright. So it's 170. No, 140. And this produces 160. So that's enough. Good. And then we'll keep it fed right here somehow. And that will put in all the hot molten salt we need. Like, these are obviously in the correct ratio because the outlet gas version doesn't hate me, unlike the other ones. And each one of these is 300 kilowatts. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32. 32 times 0.3 is 10, and that's so much better over here. So that's a lot of scaling room for putting a beacon in. Now the only problem is we're putting this on this side, so I guess we can flip it though. Ooh, flip it. Flip it for real. And then big H. And then this isn't permanent. And then we'll align it right here, and then we'll get the briquettes in right there, and the ash will get out that way, and it'll just come down right here, and that is good. And then we'll get enough heat pipe. We don't have enough heat pipe. And just do this entire line, right? Actually no, just like that. And then the same thing down here, so we need 12 more. Okay. Alright, this is coming together. And then briquettes and biomass, or not biomass, but biocrud comes in. Alright, now I just have to look at all of this in the middle. Excellent. So let's go get our missing pieces. We need a whole bunch of modules. We need 2 more biomass power plants, and we need 12 more of those heat exchangers. So hopefully, it's again showing the, okay, stop twitching. Showing the problem with, oh, we're gonna have to go scavenge in the box, huh? Alright, that's fine. So we only had 7 here. Thank you, sirs. And where do we do regenerative heat exchanger? And there is no box to scavenge in. Byakua's, there's no upgrade path for them, right? Because they're kind of singlets. Yeah, there's no box. We have to wait for them to actually be built on the sushi belt. So, okay, I suppose. We should have any more of you guys? Did you actually make any more? We've still only made 2. Oh, you need help. Alright, I'll go get an Nexlet for you. No problem. I really need to get the EVA online so that things like this don't happen. That's probably excessive, right? Alright, excessive is what we're going to do. It'll be used eventually, right? Actually, excessive seems like it's exactly what the hour called for. Yeah, give me one more. Okay, good. We got 2 of those. And now we need a whole lot of modules. So hopefully the module box, the module supplies aren't completely dry. Let's go take a look at that, eh? Yes, it is completely dry. And you're trying to get 10 here, and it's just not... We're not going to be able to get our modules. Ooh. Ooh, big problem. And what is... Why is this? Why are you so difficult? I suppose you need ASP and complex circuits, and that's its own special hell. Oh, complex circuits is the problem, huh? That's MOSFETs. That's silicon. That's etchings. Oh, okay. That's interesting. What's going on here? We have no lard. You are stuck. Oh, this is just like before, right? Um, yeah, it was at this um cycle and then just got stuck here. So this is a casualty of the upgrade. It's like all of those that are having like reversed ways of doing things are going to be having a lot of problem. So I guess what we have to do is we have to mug this dinosaur, and we have to do this in a kind of poor way. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have to use a beacon for this. And then later, when we actually have the modules, come back and do it properly, right? Alright, so look and see if another heat exchanger arrived. It did not. So let's head over, try to finish this build off. Over here. Okay. So, now that we kind of like this, we have to turn our attention to the main event here. Oh, we need to get heat pipe. Dang. We need 12 heat pipe. And that's just duralumin steel. Okay. I know it's 12 because I had 12 and it turned out to be exactly enough. So we'll finish this last piece of business, hopefully, and then turn our attention to actually finishing this. Probably enough, right? Probably, sorta. Heat pipe. 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful. Teamwork. Symmetry. Beauty is what we crave. Alright, so just straight down. Perfect. Alright. This is moderately okay. So the bricks are moved via these warehouses. They're all... The bricks do not get back, though. Okay. We didn't plan for that. Okay. So what we need to do, we also have to put in compressed air. We have to do this. Right? And then you are out and out and in. No, wait. It's not quite like that. Now it's like that. Okay. So it works. I think that kind of goes against what I wanted. I wanted them on both sides of the belt, you know? But I don't think that's going to work like that anymore. I'm not sure it's going to have any impact there. Alright, so the bricks get out and they go back in and they get warmed again. Alright, and then the bricks make their way up. Right, good. So now what we have to do is get the pipes set up correctly. And that's just this, right? Actually, let's try to be... no. No, let's try to be tidy. There's going to be enough pipes going through here. So this is hooked up, and that's hooked up. And then this guy needs to go all the way back. So you join in with this guy right here. And then you are in somewhere in this rail. I'm not sure where these guys are going to go yet. But it's going to be something like this. Correct. I'm not sure about the wisdom of hooking them together. But I guess I just did it. So, okay. So these guys are all hooked together. That's fine. Am I going to have a problem with the center row right here? I don't think so, because this out goes to this in. Oh, but because of the hot air right here. Yeah, I will. Because what I can do is put this in there like so. And then this has to come all the way to here like so. And then, you know, and so. But then the hot air can't get out. So what has to happen is I have to grab all our friends right here, move them over exactly one. And I need 4 heat pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heat pipe goes there, there, and there, and there. So what has to happen now is hot air goes there, hot air goes there, bang, bang, and then hot air goes here. So this is how hot air gets out. Actually, I'm kind of digging this build. I think this is a pretty good idea. So if I just take you right here, straight down, I should be able to just paste you right there, right? What is in the way? Just put it down as best you can. It was in the bit in the center right there. So now I take this whole thing and I have to H it, and then you go right here, and it just fits right in. Beautiful. Okay. This is starting to come together, isn't it? Then you have to be hooked around. I need to get the final buildings. Like so, yeah? Okay. Okay. That looks like a little dumb, but it will catch me if I don't. Alright, so we're on our way. Let's add power to this. Not sure where the best place to do this is, though. I mean, that looks pretty nice. You're not in the middle. You should be in the middle. And then, of course, I can't get down here. Okay, and then right there. Yeah, right there. Right there. The rail comes in like this, I think. That looks kind of intentional. Like there was some sort of plan behind this. Okay. We still need another speed module. Alright, so how are we doing on getting me those heat exchangers? It's just not working out. Well, there's one. Just do that like 4 more times, please. Alright, so I'm beginning to have confidence in this. I think we should probably have symmetry here, of course. And then we have the hot gas in. And have we accounted for that? Please say I've accounted for that. Right here, the hot gas in should... I haven't accounted for it, actually. This is vanity. No, we have to do that. Ooh. So getting the pressurized air is going to be it's kind of difficult, right? Then this has to come over, and this has to do exactly this, only in opposites. Man, this is an intense build. Why can't I just do bricks from sponges again? That was fun. Alright, so then this just has to be hooked up right there. Then again, H. And then we have to get it out somehow. Maybe this isn't the best place for this, even though it looks nice and symmetrical. Maybe if I pick you up and just ride you north, to like right here maybe. That would be most natural for getting this in. Oh, I'd have to flip these, if I can do. And then a big V. And then cut again. And then a big V. And then what we do is we pull you in right here. And then like so, yeah? And this looks intentional. This looks like we understand what we're doing. We have a purpose, and we have become one with this purpose. Now, we're going to have to do some ugly stuff here with the... Oh no, some real ugly stuff, huh? Okay, I don't even know how we do this. Because... Oh no, we have room. Oh, we do have room. Not up here, though, where it counts. Alright, so maybe that's where we do it then. Alright, so like this. And you leap right there. And then we do a rail right here. And this is how we get out. Alright. Alright, I kind of believe this. Then an H, please. That right there. That's still right. And then we need to grab all this. Let me put that right there. And this doesn't have to happen. Because we're going, well, now we have to ask ourselves, what side do we do this on? North side or south side? And I guess I'm voting for north side here. Because south side's already got stuff going on. So, do we have space? Just barely. This is a lot less elegant. We have pressurized air line. Alright, so pressure pump. How much air do we need? He asks. You need 75 a second. And this produces 400 a second. Alright, I think maybe we're okay for air. It's just this. Right? There. And that's all the air we should ever need. It's 800 a second. That is more than enough. And it's all getting in, right? No, we see no pressurized air. Why do we not have this place? There we go. Now the pressurized air comes in. All right, this is a complicated little machine. How are we doing on heat exchangers? He asks, Knowing full well you just asked this question a second ago. We got two of them in there now. And I suppose the other thing. Oh, we actually do get the molten salt in, so that's ready. Fortunately, it has to come all the way over here. No, we'll do something better. We'll do this. This is legal, right? Alright, will eventually be legal. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't slot in just right here. It comes down from the other side. It makes me wish I'd done the molten salt somewhere else, where it would be slightly more elegant. However, such is not the world I chose to inhabit. That's the best way to put it. I chose this world. Okay, so that's going to come in like so. And we will latch you in like so. Kind of have to start heating this thing up, right? Here we go. Like, this has to start. We're kind of committed to this, right? I could pull this all back a little bit. I kind of want to do that, honestly. And center it more. I think the time to do that is right now. So, get rid of these, because they are not going to help what I'm about to do. And then get that. Let's pull all you. All you. All this down to here. I'm getting the corner too, so that's unfortunate. Then we have to look at this and we have to try to center it, kinda, right? I don't think we left any vias here. Which is a shame, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Like, that's perfectly centered. You see how it's... Yeah, we have to go with this. I kind of want to do that, too. Even though it's probably going to cause me problems. Alright, that's fine. Problems are... right there. Problems are what we live for. Just creation wave. Manifestation occurs. That is so satisfying. This will just have to live. There we go. Now we have to put these back. Well, having that hat there slightly off center is sad. Having this perfectly centered on the windmills, that is the opposite of sad. Okay, so how do I feel about this? Feel we need a little bit of power right here. Okay, so we're almost there, right? Just wandering back and forth. We can start heating up this. Okay, we'll start that. This is such a long build. You need to do this. And then you're coming down with me. Now, speaking of coming down, it's raining all get out right now. Just started. And there you go. Make the power. This would be a great place to do it. I suppose it's alright. Alright, there you go. Start heating up, please. And now, I guess right here is the traditional place to do the ashing out. Yep. Here, right here, and then up. And then we are just going to do this, right? And then later on we can move all of these over farther and we can continue using this one briquette line. Efficiency, right? Alright, so... Fortunately, well, make it work. Like so, right? That's a little ugly right there. So it is not a perfectly sublime build. And then that's all hooked up. I suppose this actually does interfere. Alright, we have to settle on final positioning for these. Am I happy with this? Oh, do I leave any vias? I guess this counts, right? Maybe I should move it one more over. And this will be a via. Ooh, yes. Yes. Okay. It's going to be slightly less symmetrical on account of this. Slightly. But vias are more important. What can I say? Heat pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Just like that, that, and like that. Okay. Now we are just barely not powering all these things. Funny. Funny, I say. It is hilarious. Alright, sure, whatever. Now we have... Does this actually work as a via? Yeah, it does. This will work. 100%. Yeah! Alright, so it is transparent to pipes, which is very important. Okay, we're going to get through this. I'm going to keep doing this until this is done. I want to see this working, even though hot air is mostly full up. And we're not going to be able to see it working for long. I'll have to put in a tank or something. I don't know. We're going to get through this. And then... I guess we do a little curl here. The shameful curl. Alright, right there. Now you're all in. And we need to do two things, right? First of all, we have to do this. Just obviously not like that. Obviously not like that. So good. We have a molten salt pipe. What a complicated build. We're gonna do this. We're gonna keep it nice and symmetrical. Try to preserve maximum feng shui. Oh, it's like it's not going to be truly maximum feng shui because we have another asymmetry up here. Okay, so this is okay. Good, good, good. Hopefully, I have windmills waiting for me. So you have to bring in just biocrud. No, we need briquettes and biocrud. So, like you and like you. And then we just settle our differences like this. Crud on one side, briquette on the others. Then just do this. That seems fine, right? Okay, dinosaur. Let's do this. Add interrupt, dinosaur hungry. Good. Add destination. Go get me briquettes. Where are you, briquettes? I should probably be looking up at material sorting if I want that. Fill your cargo. And come right here. I want you to empty your cargo. And just do this. Okay? It's just something you do. Go. Alright, and right here, we need biocrud. So, right here, you, dinosaur hungry. Then we need you to go get crud for me. That's in the bio line. Right there. And I need you to fill cargo, and I need you to come right here, and I need you to empty that cargo. I just tried to desperately find where the dinosaurs wandered off to. I wonder if that's actually gonna work. It's just 4 actions. Will it make it defeat itself? Alright, so I think we're almost done. Almost. There's our fuel. In like so. There's no waste whatsoever. Because green. Because we're using the good fuel. Oh. It doesn't cover anywhere. Awkward. Not so awkward. Alright, you need power. Okay. See if we can get a few more regenerative heat exchangers. Then probably going to try to go fetch windmills. And then turn this machine on and bask in our glory and or our defeat. Regenerative heat exchanger only here. Oh, we got enough. Thank you. Thank you, machines. There we are. Regenerative heat exchangers and then other thing. Windmills? Let's head south and see if there's any windmills. And hopefully there are. It's been quite a while. We have to goose all these dinosaurs. Science is going. There's only so bad. Things can only get so bad when science is going. Alright, so run. Try to slot ourselves through here. We still only have 8. Oh my god, we're not even going to be able to do the entire thing. That is distressing and embarrassing, and why are we... Oh, it's probably because this guy's still waiting on this. And that's still waiting on all this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to pay attention to this, because this appears to be the current bottleneck. Why are we stopped? Has the etching solution not arrived? Did I not solve this problem? No. The additional problem is we don't have etching solution. This guy's coming. Alright, so the problem is in progress. The solution is in progress. The problem is fully arrived, thank you. So we are still going to have some purple windmill shadows of shame. There's nothing really we can do about that for the moment, except wait for more windmills to be made. Continue building out the North Factory. So put all this in, please. All you guys, do the best you can. And all that's left is to bring over the gas, right? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you going? Oh, I gave you the wrong one. Dinosaur hungry. Go do that. Ooh. Well, that's gonna delay things, isn't it? Did I do the same thing with this? No, you got dinosaur hungry. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Alright, so you're up. You just hit working temperature, right? No, you're about to hit working temperature. Oh, now we have another problem. Okay, one, we need a bunch of bricks. We have those, but we have to like pre-warm some of these, right? So here, I will illustrate the situation here. Oh, that needs to be hooked back up. Yeah, this guy needs to be hooked back up. I didn't leave a lot of space for beacons in this, did I? Like, it's basically just here and here. That's going to come back to bite me eventually, isn't it? Alright, I don't want to think about that. Alright, so this line right here, which is outlet gas level 4, has to come over here. Then outlet gas level 4 which is right here, has to come out and underflow. Underflow 5. And then into a tank. And then we can tuck this in. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there today. There. Now we're ready to work. You have everything you need. You have everything you need except the warmer bricks. And in order to get warmer bricks, we have to get this. In order to get that, we need that. So we need to grab a couple of these. Not from close, but from far. We need to grab these guys. Don't worry, I'll put them back. And we have to bootstrap this place, basically. What we need is to come right here. We're going to have a bunch of gas we don't care about. He's on his way. Your tummy full? Good. Alright. And we're going to be kind of cheap about this. So first off, we need to start this off. And we need you to warm... Kind of want... There's 4 boxes that deal with you. So 80 is kind of the number, right? There's probably a much easier way to get to 80, but hold on, we're just doing this. Alright, so I want this to go like this. And I want all of you... Oh, and there's no heat here, though. Oh, that's an issue. Okay. No, 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 no. Don't... Whatever it was doing, I didn't want it to do. It was heading over there and it was about to do something bad. Alright, so because it needs heat, we have to do this right here while it's working. So, okay. God, I hope I'm right with this, because if I'm wrong, the annoyance of bootstrapping again and again and again and again is going to be so intense. Alright, so right here, you, my friend, you need to be removed. You need to be kind of removed from the system entirely, right? Well, no. Like this. This is kind of a temporary structure. Everyone stay calm. $80. That's what we're going for. 80. Okay. And now we got to hook this up to the hot stuff. No, this stuff gets hooked up to the hot stuff. And you're kinda not allowing that, huh? Okay, so like this. We just start it like this, and then you're actually going. Good. And then what I need is to just kind of wait until it's all done, right? Why are there only... Oh, some made it up there. Alright. And then some are in the stack. Okay, great. And then now we have... Oh, some made it up here too, I think? Yeah, okay, now we have 80 of those bricks. Okay. And what we can do right now, go take a look and see if this is acceptable. Is we've just output some gas into this. We see nothing here, which is strange. Alright, so my point is, we've just took a step forward. So, undo. Undo all of this. Alright, so now we're back to where we were, only now we have some warmer bricks. We want to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We need double this, unfortunately. Dang. So we do that again. We do everything we just did, only we do it again now. Fantastic. Okay. Watch me get the math wrong, and this isn't even right. Alright, I want you to do this again for me. Just work your way through all this. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. And give me that. The startup phase of this is going to be so tedious. I so hope I don't get this right. It's wrong. There. Alright, so now we have to break these guys apart into stacks of 20. And I'm probably doing this in the absolute worst way possible. That's fine. That's alright. Stacks of 20. Because the second I drop these in a box, they're going to be grabbed. I don't want that. Alright. I swear. Okay, so one stack of 20 into you. And one stack of 20 into you. And one stack of 20 into you. One stack of 20. No, wait, I'm just pulling them back down. Oh, no. Ah. No, wait. Yes, I am. Am I going the right way with this? Oh, what did I just do? What did I just do? Oh, this is going to be such a long episode. I just messed something up. And I don't know what to do about it. Alright, we're doing something different. This is all madness. Where did those... I put it in here, so it went down to stone brick. And so it went from stone brick into here. No, there's the warm stone brick. Okay, so I put it... Okay, they are not lost. Alright, just... God. Alright, so... New plan. New plan. We need 160 warm stone bricks, hot stone bricks, and cold bricks. We're going to use this place right here, right? Right there. Fill up, get your heat. Okay, heat rising, temperature is... Okay, this will work now. Okay, so. Let's try to hook this up correctly. Then you go right there. And then this is, we have the 160 bricks. So you need to do not this, but you need to do the next one. Warmer stone. No, wait. We want to keep these, I think. Alright, we're just going to keep these. We actually want to go back and we want to do this again because we need the warmer bricks now. Okay, so what's happening here is that I'm kind of losing my mind, and what we want in is another 160. There we go. And then that 160 is going to go out like this. I am absolutely 100% losing my mind. And then it's going to come in here and it's going to become warmer. We're going to get even warmer. This makes absolutely no sense. This is just the ravings of a crazy person right now. So right there and right there. Just right there and right there. Now you go, and now you go. And I think these guys just need tanks, and I'm just gonna pick them up, right? No, you don't want that. You want to do the other thing. That. There you go. Okay. So we have made our 160 warm stone bricks to bootstrap this, and now we're making our 160 warmer stone bricks to bootstrap this. And I think this makes sense. I think maybe this is a good idea. Okay. And if it's not, well, I've had plenty of bad ideas before. Pick this up, but save it. You know? Why would I want to save it? No reason. No reason. Is this actually working? Yes, you are full up, you are working. Alright, so we should have everything we need in order to, once again, make fools of ourselves. So right here, a box. Right there, right there. This is doing absolutely nothing of what I want it to do. Like I'm trying to make stacks of 40, and I'm dancing around it incompetently. Ah, right there, right there. Alright, so we did that okay-ish. Okay. So we're going to start by putting this back. I think we're ready to go here. I think maybe. And what we do is we take the warmer stone brick and it makes a hot brick. And then we take another one and it comes right here and you make a hot brick. And then right here you make the hot brick. And right here you make the hot brick. Okay, great. Fantastic work, right? So now we need to take this and you make the warm brick. And you make the warm brick. And then over here on this pair, you make the warm brick. And then right here, over here, you make the warm brick. And this should be scientifically proven to cycle, right? Because 40 bricks at every stage should be enough. Why don't you have any... Oh, did this get moved over and now I've got problems? No, that's missing his pipe. Was missing his pipe. Alright. In theory, this is working. We're making a ton of hot air. I am unsure if it's working at peak efficiency. I don't know, guys. You have... This should be warmed up already. Why are we dunking out to right here? Because this should have released the gas. Oh, because it's all down here, all the gas. It's like, why didn't anything come out of here down into here? Do we need more bricks? Do I need to do this again? Because it was in 40s, so 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here. Only we needed, I guess, more just normal bricks. How do the bricks travel? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, no. I thought of this, right? They travel with the boxes. Alright, okay. Okay, not dumb. I mean, yes, dumb, but not a disaster. This is stopped primarily because hot air is full. So let's throw down a fun game right here. And let's just put it in a big tank, which we're just going to pick up. It's not cheating when you try to test yourself, right? Alright, hot air, not a problem anymore. Hot air being vented? No, hot air is a problem right now. Alright, so you need this. That got picked up. So you guys are venting, you guys are venting. So let's just try to look and see. So this runs, followed by this running, followed by this running. You know what? This is dumb. I'm being dumb. We are going to flood the zone, friends. Alright. We're going to try it like this. And then the question is, well, where do you get all of the intermediate gases in? Or I'm just going to miswire all of this, thank you. Why is there hydrogen in here? It's enough to dunk out, but it was probably connected at some point. That's really sad. Like, this is what to do, right? And then, or maybe not. I can't tell. That was probably a big mistake on my part, right? Because this works so long. Why is the outlet gas failing right here? Because this should be, this is the cold stuff. So what I want is, so I guess to run this guy, this outputs mid-grade. What we want is instead to constantly put in higher grade, like so. God, hot air is such a puzzle. Overflow, underflow, less than 5. I have not solved this puzzle in any way, shape, or form. Alright, so this means you should have outlet gas always. And now you're missing bricks. Oh, I guess I need to put bricks on this side too. Here, see if I can do that. It kind of looks like this is slowly building. Let's go with bricks, and I have no confidence in what I'm doing right now. I'm probably going to leave it for the next episode. I'm getting tired and I can't think straight. And not being able to think straight is going to lead me to doing funny but counterproductive things. So I guess the title of the episode is going to be Hot Air ? Because I'm not sure if I can endorse anything I'm doing right here. Alright, so what I need is just... Oh, okay, what I need to do is put all this in. Take that, then shove this right here. And then take this, shove it right there. You're stuck up. And like, because this is leaking gas into the system, right? This should be going all the time. I'm going to just get rid of this hot air right now. And this should be building up more within the system. Like, don't look, turn away, turn away. That was illegal, but this is... we need to figure out if the build is working, right? So what we want to see is all these guys lit up at once. We are not seeing that. So I guess you need still more bricks. Because you should have infinite amount of fuel. You're just brick limited, huh? Alright, go. So that's... Here. You even need to be on this network. Oh wait, not like that. You need to be... You need to be doing it right here. And that's unfortunate, because this is a tangle. Okay. Alright, this is all highly experimental. I don't feel good about it. I feel as if I'm in fact making a jam. A jam upon a jam upon a jam. Alright, so this is now... You should have everything you need to go as hard as you can. And then you should have everything you need. Temperature needs to be less than what it is. Oh, I see. So we're just building up more and more right here. So I actually have to cool the gas down for it to be used here? No. I don't know. And then right here... Okay, now we finally hit the goal of all of these working. Only this is stopped. Alright, now you're working. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. We're out of bricks again. I'm causing problems. I'm absolutely 100% causing problems. There's no way it can absorb this many bricks. Okay, there's 200 in here, so that's where the bricks are going. So I guess this doesn't have to happen anymore. We have to concentrate on the next stage of our problem. Like, maybe I just have to make tons and tons of these and distribute them around. I kind of believe that. It's like, you need... Yeah, you need the gas. Don't you have that? This gas is under temp. How? Oh, because it's mixing with... Wait a second. This is 750 degree gas coming out. How are we getting low? Oh, because it's mixing with this. Oh. So that's how it's happening. So we have to turn this off now, huh? So what we have to do is like make 1,000 of these in here to distribute, and then turn the temperature over, and then make like 1,000 of those over there. It's too much. Oh, I could flush that? I thought it was too much to flush. Alright, so moderately illegal. Okay, so we just have to do that. And I'm not doing that this episode, and I'm not convinced I'm right, but I am convinced I am done. I can't think anymore. The title of this episode will 100% be Hot Air ? And then we'll continue fixing this tomorrow. The answer is just going to be get enough bricks into the system, right? To make sure that everything can flow. I think that's going to be the answer. I really hope that's the answer. It's time to start recapping. So, as per tradition, we come to the center of the base. We zoom in on ourselves. Most important entity in the factory. Most important entity on this planet. Possibly beyond. Alright, and now we zoom out. I've been taking very uniform screenshots lately, which I think is going to make my life easier when I make the montage. That's real close to being centered. Alright, perfect. And right about now, screenshot. What did I do today? A diary entry by me. So we did a whole lot of chores. We made a sulfur processing unit right here so that overflow sulfur has a place to go and get out of the system, and it's nice and organized, and we're very happy about that. We also made an aromatics purging system because we're making waste aromatics from outlet gas. And so that is being first turned into lubricant, and then after that is just burned. So we have lubricant in the factory now. It's just a thin trickle, but it's here. This lubricant importer up here is on notice. However, then we had to turn our attention to the main problem. And that's the hot air unit right here, which looks kind of awesome. Just looking at it from above like this. First off, this is by far the most complicated build, I think, in the entire factory. The way the bricks proceed up the chain while the gas proceeds down the chain, while needing two different kinds of heat, like just heat, and molten salt, and having all the ratios have to be done correctly. It is an extremely complicated system, and it's still not working because I probably don't understand it because, again, it's an extremely complicated system. Right now, I'm probably causing myself a whole lot of problems. We have the illegal hot air tank right there, which I just used to purge the hot air that we're making so that I can actually get this thing stood up. Um, I'll apologize to Melon later. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow, the problem is going to be trying to get this thing working correctly. And that's going to involve just staring at it for a solid hour, I think. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And then after that, we'll have hot air primary producer. We never hooked up the hot air. Well, I know that the tubs are basically filled up from secondary hot air over here, but still, whatever. I have to do something about this. And after that, we'll have hot air in continuous amounts so that we can turn glass to use hot air here, and we can put in another block and we can do some glass working. Specifically, we need to make petri dishes and laboratory equipment. Petri dishes will then be used to make filled petri dishes in some industrial complex in here somewhere, probably just like right here. And the filled petri dishes will be taken up here with still more agar in order to make manure bacteria, and then somewhere over here is also liquid manure. And then once we have manure bacteria, then finally we're free to just be the farmer that we always wanted to be. Tufra, Guar, Grod, Renea, Relesia. More Tufra, because we like Tufra. There's going to be all sorts of stuff up here. We'll never go hungry ever again. And then once all that is together, we can take the Renea we're growing, make sporopollenin somewhere up here because it's also agricultural themed. And then we'll have oleochemicals. Once we have oleochemicals, we can turn them into the last additives that we need to process iron ore all the way. That's all this has all been about. This entire factory that you see here today is all about wanting to process iron ore efficiently. But it just hasn't happened yet. Anyway, I still have a lot more to go. Thanks for coming along for the ride, guys. See you all later. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.